Erev Tov, good evening, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Well, we're back. Here we are. We never really went away, of course. We were standing in different places, joining together in different ways. And that's still true. But here we are, back in the Bima, back in the sanctuary, with a certain amount of trepidation, with a certain amount of nervousness. There's more moving parts having it in here. There's more that can go wrong. There's more health concerns, although Cantor and I are taking every precaution, as is Mr. Stewart, to make sure that we're staying as healthy as possible. But we are in this space, and we are making sacred time for each other as we join together in Shabbat. So whether you are on Zoom or on YouTube and you have your prayer book handy, we're going to be on page 10 as we sing Hine Matov, how good it is that we are here. Wherever here may be, all of us together, we are here. Page 10.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידעי הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידעי הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
And then we turn to page 12 in those same Sidurim, those same prayer books, as we join in singing Psalm 95, L'chuna Ranana.
L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, l'Adonai. L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, l'Adonai. Naria, Naria, L'tzur Yishenu, Nikad mafanav betoda. Naria, Naria, L'tzur Yishenu, Mizmiro Naria lo. L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, l'Adonai. L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, L'chuna Ranana, l'Adonai.
We now prepare to bless our lights, the light of Shabbat, as we welcome it into our lives. Our candles in the sanctuary are already lit. Perhaps you are waiting for us to light your own candles and waiting to do the blessing along with the cantor at home. You may have noticed I'm over here and she's over there. And it's not that your screen is flipped and we're not doing some weird TikTok thing. This is a safety precaution so that Cantor is singing to a mostly empty space as opposed to on Mr. Stewart, which would not be, for health reasons, a good thing under these circumstances. So we're mindful as we welcome light into our lives of how different this moment is. but that there is light nonetheless, as we join with our cantor in blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik Shel Shabbat.
We welcome Shabbat like a queen into our lives as we turn to page 20 and join in singing Lecha Dodi verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, rising in our places, in all of our different places on the last verse, to welcome Shabbat into our lives. Page 20.
Yalla la 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 lecha dodi, yalla la 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 likrat kala, yalla la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabel, yalla la 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 lecha dodi, yalla la 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 likrat kala, yalla la 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 b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nekabela, Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmianu el hamyochad, Adonai echad, U'shemo echad, l'shemo tiveret, v'litila. Ay lay lay, yalla la lay lecha dodi, yalla la la lay likrat kala, yalla la la lay b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nekabela, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh v'machshava techila. Ay lay lay, yalla la la lay lecha dodi, yalla la la lay likrat kala, yalla la la lay b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nekabela, hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ba'orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Ay lay lay, ala la 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 lecha dodi, yalla la 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 likrat kala, yalla la 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 b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat nekabela, bo'i v'shalom ateret bala, גם בשמחה ובתולה תוך אמונה עם סגולה בואי חלה עין עיני יאללה לה 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 לחדדי יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה יאללה לה 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 פני שבת לקבלה.
We continue back in our prayer books on page 27. Page 27. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days, lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways. If you have seated yourself again, we rise for the Baruch Hu on page 28. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma potech sha'arim v'tvuna mishane itim machalif et hazmanim u'misader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo, el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים אותנו למדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך לגי-יום ולילה, באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד, מלכותו לעולם, לעולם ועד.
We can be seated as we join together in the Ve'ahavta, which is on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברתם בם, וישיבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע לבני משה ומרים, זה אלינו ויאמרו, זה אלינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם תפארנה את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, כישראל.
We give thanks for the night and its rest and the promise of peace that it brings. Hashkivenu on page 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ushmor tzedenu uvoeinu. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ushmor tzedenu uvoeinu. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Physically, spiritually, we rise now for the Amidah.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chesadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasei Avot v'Imahot, u'mevii Geula livnei v'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד אתה, מחכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות ומידה מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני בחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We may be seated. We take time to pray for peace. Every Shabbat, to pray for peace. Please return to page 60 and join in singing Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech Adon Shalom, ki Adon melech Adon, lecha shalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam. B'tov be'einecha עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
We think of all those who are in need of healing, the healing of body, the healing of spirit. We think of those suffering from this pandemic, those in our own families who are in need of healing. You are welcome to lift the names of those whom you love who are in need of healing. Lift them up in your own space. Put them in the chat, in Zoom, in the comments on YouTube. We lift all their names up as we pray for healing. Hear our prayer, oh, hear our prayer.
מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב, מי שברך אמותינו שרה רבקה לאה ורחל, may the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב, מי שברך אמותינו שרה רבקה לאה ורחל, may the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
We turn now to our Seder Kriyat HaTorah, which is actually going to be a Seder and a Torah to Kriyah from, which is kind of exciting. And so if you're at home, I'm going to wait for Mr. Stewart to make it to the piano. If you're at home, I'm going to invite you to rise as we take the Torah out of the Ark. And by we, I mean me.
Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, olam ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, olam omed.
And we can be seated if we stood up. And if you're on Zoom, you can tune in Susan Detweiler, who's been doing tech support this evening. And we're very grateful for that. Hold on one second, I'm going to put this down. So grateful for Susan's help this evening. Is hopefully going to share her screen so that those on Zoom can follow along in the Torah reading. But if you don't have a Torah, if you aren't on Zoom and you want to follow along, we're going to be in Numbers chapter 27, beginning with verse 1. It's Parshat Pinchas, and usually we do the end of Parshat, or the beginning of Parshat Pinchas and the whole Brit Shalom thing. But I thought it would be nice to visit with Zelophehad's daughters, who have an identity of their own. They're so often lumped together, kind of like the Schuyler sisters. They're kind of grouped together. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute, but they have their own names, they have their own identity. So this is a good opportunity for us to explore this bit of Torah. So it's Numbers chapter 27, beginning with verse 1, and I think we're still doing La Asok, right? Yeah, so we'll make the blessing for study, because this is study. Even though we've got the Torah scroll out, it's good to have this old friend back out, but we'll make the blessing for Torah study. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Amen.
V'tikravna benot Tzalofehad ben Hefer ben Gilad ben Machir ben Menashe lemishpachat Menashe ben Yosef. The daughters of Tzalofehad, who was the son of Hefer, who was the son of Gilad, who was the son of Machir, who was the son of Menashe, who's from the family of Menashe, who was the son of Yosef, came near. They drew near. Ve'ele shemot benotav. And these are the names of his daughters. Machla, Noah, Vechegla, Umilka, V'tirza. Those are names. I'm not going to translate them. V'ta'amodna lifnei Moshe, v'lifnei Eleazar HaKohen, v'lifnei HaNasa'im. And they stood before Moses and before Eleazar the priest and before the leadership. V'chol ha'edah petach or ha'moed. And in fact, in front of the whole community, in front of at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Lemor. And they said, Avinu met bamidbar. Our father died in the wilderness. V'hu lo haya betoch ha'edah hanoadim al Adonai be'adat Korach. And he wasn't part of Korach's band. He wasn't part of that rebellious group that rose up against Adonai. Ki bechato met. He died for his own sin in the wilderness. Uvanim lo hayu lo. And he had no sons. Lama yigra shem avinu mitoch mishpato. Why should his name disappear, the name of our father disappear from our clan, from our family? Ki en lo ben, because he didn't have a son? Tana lanu achuzah betoch ache avinu. Give us an inheritance. Give us a portion of the land amongst our father's kin, our father's brethren. V'krav Moshe et mishpatan lifnei Adonai. So Moses brought this to Adonai. V'yomer Adonai el Moshe, God responded, lemor, saying, Ken banot Tzelofechad dovhot. The words of Tzelofechad's daughters are correct. Naton titen lahem achuzat nachala betoch ache avihem ve'avarta et nachalata avihen lahen. They should give them an inheritance, a plot, a space amongst their father's kin that they will pass down as an inheritance, as part of this. With that, Dennis is getting excited. I need to get the Shmata. Hang on. If we are seated, we rise for Hagbah and Galilah.
V'zot ha'torah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'han Moshe. Yada da 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 yada da da et chayim v'machazikim ba v'tohecha me'ushar derachecha darkeinu v'chol netivotecha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chodesh yameinu chodesh yameinu kikedem.
And we can be seated. So I made a reference to Hamilton earlier, talking about the Schuyler sisters, and hopefully now everybody's had a chance to see Hamilton. I know some of us got to see it on Broadway. My family got to see it on Inauguration Day back in 2017, but with like the swings for the second cast. So you can imagine what that experience was like. Some of us I know got to see it when it came to Philadelphia or some other place on tour. And hopefully by now everybody's had a chance to see the original cast on Disney Plus and the recorded production that launched, appropriately enough, July 4th. It is an amazing work of artistry, even despite the current controversy surrounding it. And for those of us who are both old school hip hop and musical theater nerds, it scratches a very particular itch. There are so many good moments, so many good scenes, so many amazing little tidbits in the show. And seeing it a second time has allowed me to pick up on a lot of stuff that I missed the first time around. And one of the biggest things I've been picking up on is how important seeing and being seen is in this show. As one example, perhaps the most pivotal moment in the show happens very close to the beginning when Hamilton and Burr are speaking and the characters of John Lawrence, Hercules Mulligan, and the Marquis de Lafayette are introduced. Hamilton speaks as they're all doing their hip-hop thing, right? So they're all taking turns doing their thing, and then Hamilton speaks and they all kind of turn around and start moving around him and say, "Who are you?" In that moment, Hamilton feels seen, perhaps for the first time as a human being. And in being seen, he flourishes. In that moment, Hamilton goes from being this halting, shy, kind of pausing person that he was at the beginning of the show to speaking and living out loud. That is the power of being seen. Think about those moments when someone, perhaps a loved one, perhaps a stranger, really saw you, the real you. How powerful that moment was for you. Think about our kids who can't go to camp right now, who for many of them, camp is the place where they truly feel seen for who they are. Of course, being seen doesn't mean visually seeing. We can, should we be blessed, see the other or the image online, the light refracting in such a way that our eyes and brains can capture the image. But that's not what we're talking about here. In this case, seeing is about recognizing the full humanity of the other person and acknowledging their experience, acknowledging the person in their fullness, not just what they can do for us in a given moment. I asked you to think about moments when you have been seen. Think about the moments where you have not been seen, where people looked through the you, the real you, and saw only what they needed or wanted in that moment. In our Torah portion, there is a moment of being truly seen. The daughters of Tzlophechad come forward and they petition Moses. Their father, as we just read, has died in the wilderness, and they fear that they would be denied the inheritance once they enter the land. And as we read, the request is granted, but the text does more than that. First of all, when the text introduces the daughters, we get their name and their full lineage. The daughters of Tzlophechad, of the Manassite family, the son of Hefer, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, son of Joseph. And the names of the daughters are Machlah, Noah, Choglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. As Chaim Stern writes, Moses, with God's guidance, sees them as real persons, which maybe shouldn't surprise us, but maybe should, given that Moses has a tendency to see kind of the herd, kind of the whole Edah, not individuals. And in this moment, he and we as readers see them as real individual persons with real individual identities. Like the Schuyler sisters that I was joking about earlier, they're not just a collective, but they're individuals as well. The text of our portion actually doesn't use a word for seeing in the visual sense describing the encounter. Instead, it says that the daughters draw near and that they stand before Moses, tikravna and ta'amodna. And God's response is to say, and this is the most powerful thing, God's response is to say, ken, yes. Seeing means saying yes. Not to every word the person says, but saying yes to their existence. These words demand acknowledgement and acknowledge the other's existence. As we contemplate so much of the trauma and injustice of our moment, those who refuse to wear these things, those who refuse to see the plight of bigotry for what it is, those who refuse to acknowledge the real pain and anxiety so many people are facing, so much of it comes down to being seen. When we refuse to wear a mask, we're saying, I don't see your fear of getting sick. When we refuse to see the injustice Black, Indigenous, and people of color face, we are saying, I don't see you as a full person, and I don't see your pain. When we do that, we are saying you are a non-person, a thing, an object, a means to an end. I think one of the things we've discovered these last few months is how all of us fall into the trap of doing exactly this, objectifying others, seeing their worth as based on what they can do for us, rather than truly seeing the person. It's accidental, of course, at least most of the time. We get caught up on our own stuff. And sometimes it comes from a place of not knowing how to fix what's wrong. We see a crisis and we want to make it better and we don't know how. Which is why it's important to remember that there's another way of seeing as well, called bearing witness. As much power as there is in being seen, there is power in seeing, truly seeing, peeling away the layers of bias, our own framework, our own way of seeing the world, and truly seeing, even if we cannot take away a person's pain or repair it. There's a Hasidic story of Rabbi Moshe Lieb Sassover that I happen to love. Rabbi Moshe Lieb overheard a conversation between two villagers. One said to the other, "Tell me, my friend, do you love me?" The other replied, "Of course." And the first rejoined, "Do you know what gives me pain?" "How can I know that?" replied the other. The first then said, "If you don't know what gives me pain, how can you say you love me?" Our scripture teaches us, commands us to love our neighbor and to love the stranger. I would argue this text adds that truly loving means seeing and seeing the other's pain. May we therefore strive to be able to turn to the other and truly say with all our hearts, "I see you. I see you." Keni Hiratson. May it be God's will. With that, we turn back to our prayer books, to page 282, and we rise for Aleinu Lishabeach at the bottom of the page 282.
Get there.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, l'teit gedula liotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gur aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim umishtachavim u'modim livnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'olam
We may be seated as we turn to page 294. Page 294. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. If you are in the first 30 days of your mourning, I invite you to rise wherever you are. And if you're in the first year of your mourning, I invite you to rise. If on this Shabbat you observe the yahrzeit of a loved one, I invite you to rise. And I invite all those for whom it is a custom to rise to remember those whom we can only remember as we join together in Mourner's Kaddish. It gadal v'it kadash shemei rabbah v'alma divrach hirute v'amlich malchute v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedecho beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam olam me'al maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudusha barichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom araba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Useh shalom b'mromav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We remember as one congregation Zelda Wasserman, Max Belfus, Samuel Colton, Carol Fischel, Eleanor Goldbaum, Leonard Hershen, Elizabeth Ostro Hillerson, Minnie Jacoby, Hyman Carroll, Dr. Harold Lansing, Charles Lewis, Eleanor Migliori, Max Rubin, Harry Rubenstein, Sally Shadman, James Timoney, Henry Weinstein, Pauline Weinstein, Eleanor Weiss, Arthur Walk, and Jerome Zabak. If you have a name to add, if you want to put it in the chat on Zoom or on YouTube, that we may remember those names and lift those names up, I invite you to do so. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing as we say Amen. Well, Torah study tomorrow at 9:30 via Zoom with Cantor Flynn. A reminder tomorrow night, our concert with Nefesh Mountain. This coming Wednesday, a reminder that we have a chance to do a meet and greet with Kehilat Har'el from Jerusalem, with the clergy from Kehilat Har'el. That should be very exciting and wonderful. And we're going to keep plugging away at worshiping together, even as we can't be physically together. But it's good to be back on the Bima. With that, we're going to turn to page 328 as we join in singing In Adir Mi El, page 328.
Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael, Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael, Ein Adi Kadonai, Ve'ein Baruch Kevein Amra, Ein Gedola Kadora, Ve'ein Dashenecha Ke-Yisrael, Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael, Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael, Ein Gadu Kadonai, Ve'ein Vati Kevein Amram, Ein Zaka Kadora, Ve'ein Chachamecha Ke-Yisrael, Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael, Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael, Ein Tahu Kadonai, Ve'ein Yochid Kevein Amram, Ein Kabira Kadora, Ve'ein Landanecha Ke-Yisrael, Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael, Mi Piel, Yivorach Ko Yisrael. חושך התורה ואין תומכך כישראל מפי אל ומפי אל יבורך כישראל מפי אל ומפי אל יבורך כישראל.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Many thanks again to Susan Detweiler, to Mr. Stewart, to try to be able to celebrate Shabbat with all of you. For those who are on Zoom, talk amongst yourselves. And for those who are on YouTube, a joy to celebrate with you. I'm going to go turn that live stream off, so I'm going to wish you all Shabbat Shalom.